single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Super excited to be talking with you again today. I thought that I would do my first Q&A video. Probably going to break it up into 2 videos. I got maybe 10 questions to answer today, and then I'm hoping to get some more questions that I can answer in another video. So I essentially just wanted to talk to you about, my weight loss journey, weight loss surgery in general, and just answer different questions about that. So let's go ahead and get started. If you see me looking away, it's because I'm looking at my questions on my phone. So let's go ahead and get started. The first question, what has been the hardest part of your whole experience? For me, I will say the hardest part has been the liquid diet of this entire experience. Now, honestly, most people may not find that to be hard, but for someone who has this deep relationship with food and loves to eat almost anything, it was really hard to just go on a liquid diet and not eat anything. I mean, to be at home with my family and they're enjoying meals, not that they were purposely trying to make me feel bad, but they had to eat. So, this is when we were still living in Texas. So, that's when I did my pre-op liquid diet, and even the post-op liquid diet was hard. The liquid diet in general, pre-op and post-op, was extremely hard, and I cried many times. I mean, at one point I cried and said, I don't want to do this no more. I mean, I was literally ready to dial my surgeon's number and say, hey, I can't do this. I'm done. I just don't feel okay. But I got through it. So yeah, the liquid diet was definitely the hardest part of this entire process. So great question. Next question. What's the most unexpected side effect you've experienced after surgery? Honestly, the most unexpected side effect is that I am cold all the time. I'm freezing right now. Not wearing a sweater because it's still summer, but yes, I am unexpectedly cold all the time. I didn't believe that it was a side effect from surgery until someone said, hey, wait until you get cold all the time. And I'm like, I am cold all the time. So yes, I am literally freezing all the time, whether it's morning, afternoon, night, middle of the night. I'm always cold, and I just don't know what to do about it. I want to say another unexpected side effect that I've experienced after surgery, which is the fact that literally the day after my surgery, I had no desire to eat or drink anything. And I'm calling it a side effect because it seems like a side effect to me, but yeah, I had no desire to eat or drink food, which I guess is pretty normal. I couldn't stand the sight of food. I couldn't stand the sight or the smell of any type of liquids. I was just like, keep any and all food away from me. So yeah, that was another unexpected side effect. So being cold and not wanting to eat or drink anything. Next question. What was the most challenging habit to cut off, and how did you manage? That's a great question. The most challenging habit to cut off was my love for snacking. I am a huge sweets person. My favorite dessert of all time is a chocolate lava cake with vanilla ice cream. For those who have been to Chili's, I think it's Chili's. Yes, for those who have been to Chili's, they actually have that dessert there. That is my favorite dessert of all time. That was the most challenging habit to cut, just cut out the sweets, because I love sweets. My life was revolved around sweets. I was eating sweets almost every day. When I was at my highest weight of 413 pounds, even before I got to that weight, I'm literally just snacking on sweets every day. I am happy to say that as of today, I don't snack anymore. It's really weird. I kind of just don't have the desire to do it. And I was like, wow, something's working with this surgery. So yeah. How did I manage? I think I'm still managing, right? Because sometimes I still have, I'll see a sweets and I'm like, oh, I'll see something sweet and I'll say, oh, that looks really good. I would love a bite of that. But then I realized the bigger picture here. I had weight loss surgery and I don't understand why I would have weight loss surgery just to go back to old habits. So I had to cut out the snacking. I had to cut out the sweets, or else this surgery would have been for nothing and a lot of money would have been wasted. So I'm not into wasting money. So that's how I managed that. Now, next question. That was a great one, by the way. What made you want to go into this journey? So the fact that I had, lost the same 30, 40, 50 pounds over and over and over again, and then kept gaining over and over and over again, I was fed up. I was literally fed up. I couldn't deal with it no more. I was super tired. I was like, you know what? I have to do something about this, or else I'm not going to live long enough to enjoy life. And that's just, the blunt of the situation. That's the blunt of the matter. Obesity is a real thing. And unfortunately, some people suffer from really, tough diseases. And if you don't grab a hold on it, if you don't take control of your life, if you don't take control of your obesity and tackle it, unfortunately, many things could happen. So that is what made me want to go into this journey. I want to be able to run around with my son. I want to be able to go hiking. I want to be able to, ride a bike without getting tired, or do jumping jacks without worrying about spraining my ankle because there's so much weight on my body. So me being fed up is what made me go into this journey. To be blunt, I was tired and still am tired of being fat. I'm ready to, I'm ready to be healthy. I'm not going to say I want to, get smaller. I mean, obviously losing weight is a goal, but I'm ready to be a healthy person. So that was a great question. Thank you. How did it affect you as a person then? And what's the difference now? So I think prior to surgery, I was obsessed with everything surgery. I was looking up everything about the gastric sleeve surgery, which is the procedure that I had. It's where they cut 80% of your stomach out. So I was super obsessed with the surgery, and I was just like, I have to watch everything. Like I was watching My 600-Pound Life every single day. My husband probably will laugh at that because I made him watch it with me. I was literally just obsessing over it. And then as a person, it made me so determined. And I think what's the difference now? I'm even more determined. I'm so determined. I'm so motivated to put in work to get this weight off me. I posted a quote not too long ago, and it says, it says something like, I may be butchering this, but something about I'm not just losing the weight, I'm getting rid of it, and I have no intention of finding it again. That's how I feel. I am getting rid of this weight. I don't plan on gaining it back. I mean, of course, it's normal to gain a few pounds here and there, but I have no intentions of weighing 400, 300 something pounds. My overall goal weight, I would like to be 185, and currently I am 344. So I have a little bit of work to do, but I know I will get there. So again, how did it affect you as a person then, and what's the difference now? I was determined there. I am super uber determined now. Super uber, is that a word? Anyways, super determined now. So that's kind of where I'm at. Now, the next question. As you look to the finish line and reflect on the beginning, what has been your greatest struggles and what has been your greatest reward? That's a great question. So as I look to the finish line and reflect on the beginning, what has been my greatest struggle and what has been your greatest reward? I think my greatest struggle was just giving up on all the food that I love to eat, such as like pizza, tacos, cheeseburgers. And that's not to say you can never eat those foods again, but you can eat healthier versions of the food. For example, why not make a homemade pizza with cauliflower crust and use a sugar-free marinara sauce or whatever? Or for example, if you're going to do burger, do it with a lettuce bun, you know what I mean? Do it with the lettuce wrap. If you're going to do, tacos, do it with a low carb tortilla, throw a lot of protein on there, use Greek yogurt instead of sour cream. So there are many ways to eat the foods that you love, but in a healthy version. What has been my greatest reward? Honestly, my greatest reward is just losing 69 pounds overall. I could not have lost the weight without this surgery. During the pre-op diet, which is the liquid diet for 2 weeks that I was on, I think I lost 17 pounds alone. So even that process and afterwards, I would not have lost that weight if it wasn't for this whole weight loss surgery thing and being on the liquid diet. That is my greatest reward, just finally being out of the 400s. I mean, the moment I stepped on the scale and realized that I was in the 400-pound range, I was absolutely devastated. I mean, I was so unhappy with my life. And on the day of my wedding, I was 413 pounds and I just felt so big and I felt so bloated and I was not happy. So again, my greatest reward is actually losing some of the weight. And most people are like, oh, it can't just be that. But it is for somebody who just keeps gaining weight over and over and over again. And to finally lose a big chunk of that weight, that's a reward. That is a blessing to me. So thank you for that question. What are the things your support system, family and close friends, did right? And what are the things they could have done better? So I will say my support system did a really great job at understanding, my struggle with food. For example, when I was in Texas with my family, even though they still had to eat, they would let me know ahead of time, like, hey, we're going to cook this for dinner. And I understand that you can't eat this right now. But we're more than happy to kind of like cook in moderation or, maybe we'll go out to eat if it bothers you. So they were just really considerate of my emotions and my needs. They didn't want to make me sad. They didn't want to make me depressed. So they were just really considerate, and I appreciate that. My friends checked up on me often, and that was super helpful. I really just appreciated all the love and support that I got. Now, as far as what could they have done better? That's a good question. I really don't know if there's anything they could have done better. I can't think of anything right now. They did a really great job. If I had to give any advice, I would just say, keep checking up on your friends and family that are going through a weight loss journey. Maybe it would have been, maybe one thing they could have did better, family and friends, this could have been like, hey, can we join you on a water challenge? Or can we, keep you, can we help you be on track with your workouts or whatever, maybe something like that. But they really did a great job. So nothing that they really could have done better. So that was a great question. Now, what is a realistic time frame to plan for taking off work? Well, for me, again, I had surgery during the pandemic. So I took off work for 1 week. To be honest, I probably could have worked during that week, but considering you're just getting out of surgery, sometimes anesthesia make people groggy for me, anesthesia makes me groggy for a couple of days, and some people it can go longer, some people it can be shorter. I think a realistic time frame is a week, but it depends on your job. If you're doing something more along the lines of heavy lifting, or if you're working in a warehouse or inventory, I would definitely talk with your surgeon about the realistic time frame for taking off work, because your incisions, you're not going to want to, open up your incisions after a major surgery like that. So that's what I would say. Consult your surgeon, talk with your job. But for me, if you're working from home, if you have a desk job, I say a week. Some people went back to work in 2 to 3 days, but for me, I wanted to take a week off and really recover, because this is a major surgery and it's important that you get rest and heal your body and kind of get into a routine with your fluids, because that's also very important. Next question. What is a realistic time frame to start regular exercise? That's a great question. So it depends on what you consider regular exercise. The day you get out of surgery, they want you to start walking because they pump you up with gas to do the surgery, and it's painful. So the only way to get rid of that gas is to walk some more. So I look at regular exercising as like walking on the treadmill, biking. Me personally, I didn't want to bike yet because I'm thinking about the incisions and I'm thinking about how big my legs are and that movement and rubbing up against my incisions. I didn't want to do that. But you can start walking immediately. But again, you want to consult your surgeon. I am not a professional. Please consult your surgeon about when is a realistic time to start exercising. But for me, they wanted us to start walking for 30 minutes every day after surgery, and then eventually increase to an hour. So that to me is considered regular exercise. So as far as I'm concerned, they want you to start that the day you get out of surgery. And then the last question, what is going to be the best diet to maintain weight loss long term? Like focus on calories or more low carb, high protein, macros, and what amount of those things? I think that's a good question, and I would like to defer to the professionals to answer that question. Because I think it's different for everybody. Some people are good with counting macros. Some people are good with only counting calories. Some people do low carb, high protein. Some people do, keto, paleo, vegetarian diets. I think it just all depends. So I would definitely ask like a dietitian, that type of question, or even ask your surgeon's team, because they should have a team of nutritionists / dietitians around to help answer that question. Right now, I am currently counting macros. I'm counting calories too, but it's more about the macros. I'm trying to hit my protein, fats, and carbs a certain amount every day. So that is what I would do. That was the last question. I think this was really great and informative. Again, I hope to have a part 2, depending on how many more questions that I get. If you have any questions for me, put them down in the comment section, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.